All right, welcome to the FMI Show. Sorry, last week we had to take off a little bit, had a little family emergency. Hope you all understand. A lot of things happened this last week with FTX. We're not really going to go into that much here today on the show. We're going to show you some price action, show you some indicators that we use here at the channel, might can help you out, especially if you're new. Plus, we got a couple CNFT projects that we feel is taken off. Let's get started. All right, so first we're actually going to start off looking at Ethereum just because it kind of it shows really good about these indicators that we use. This is a perfect setup. All right, so right here we like to use the channel because you can kind of see how the price action's flowing, and usually when you're at the bottom, you get a bounce up. Usually at the top, it gets pulled down. Um, we also use the TD sequential. This is a 9. Usually when we print this 9, it's suggesting a change of, the change of going up or down. We get a green 9 back here, and it did take a while before we did go up. And then we did print this red 9, and a little bit further down we dropped. And just to kind of show you how accurate this normally does, if you bring up the moving average, this orange line right here is the 200-day moving average. And if you look, we hit it, and it acted as resistance, and we broke down. And we broke down to the bottom part of the channel. So this is just something that we use. It's pretty simple to learn. Just kind of all you got to do is just kind of set up your channel. Kind of gives you an idea of supports for like on a daily is usually where we like to run, and then watch these moving averages because they can be support and resistance. And as you see, when you get these, each one of these indicators we use is not always accurate. You can get a printed of the 9 here, and we went a really long ways, and it's kind of after you go so far, you can't really even consider it. So that's why we use some of the other ones and just kind of watch for your RSI. If you're up over 70, this usually also is looking for a chance to break down. We also use the MACD. Are we starting to roll over on the price? Are we starting to roll over here on the MACD, which can mean that we're going to go back down. We use the SMI. It's kind of the same idea. Are we seeing a rollover coming back down, and the TTM squeeze, and kind of see like right now, it looks like are we going to start rolling back up, and we're at the bottom part of the channel. We're below the moving averages. We might come up to test one of those. So that's kind of, it's pretty simple to set these up to look at, and uh, this isn't a paid program or anything. You don't have to pay for any of these. They're really easy to set up on different ones. We just use the one that you get on Weeble. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of what we use right now, and check it out. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is trading at 16.5, and we are again at the bottom part of the channel. And we are looking low on the RSI. We could see a bounce, but keep in mind we do have a holiday coming up um, in the States here, and usually that does affect some prices. Usually we'll trade sideways. We won't really get a lot of price action. A lot of people are visiting family, so it might be boring for the next week. We'll see. We do have a lot of people pulling money at exchanges, and we're still kind of taking a look at that to see how that's going to affect the markets, because if there's no money there and we do start to get a rally, it might go up a lot quicker than people think. So, like I said, this might be a good time to actually be getting people into the markets and not necessarily trying to scare them away. There's just so much talk of just with this FTX stuff that I feel a lot of people are getting scared. And just keep in mind, when my brother has nothing to do with crypto goes and asks, hey, what's going on with crypto price? That might be the top. Well, again, if people starts asking, hey, what's this crypto stuff about? It looks like a lot of people are losing money, might be the bottom. When you start hearing it outside of the crypto people start talking about it, and we're starting to hear that a lot, where people that don't normally talk about crypto are talking negative about crypto, might be more signs of that it's the bottom. So let's take a look at we check out Cardano. Cardano's about the same thing. We're trading underneath all the averages. We're coming close to the bottom. You know, as of right now, a lot of these charts are kind of looking the same. We might be getting close to a bounce off the bottom of these channels. Algorand, same thing, kind of the bottom. Yeah, about the same thing. We're running about 34, 42 here on the RSI. I mean, we could see a bounce here off the bottom part of the channel for Algorand. We really like Algorand. Let's check out Crow. There was a lot of fear on Crow, and let's check out Crow. We do have the green 9 printing. We are at the bottom of the channel. We could see a bounce up to probably about the middle of the channel, going about close to 9 cents. And we'll have to see how it acts when we hit about 9 cents, if we can go up a little further. All right, so let's switch over and check out some articles. All right, so first up here, let's switch over to window capture. Sorry about that. Hold on one second. All right, yeah, sorry, take a week off, you get all rusty. All right, so we want to talk about some of the different places to buy crypto, because there's a lot of places that people are getting scared of holding their crypto. We use multiple, because just kind of like you want to diversify your portfolio with different crypto or stocks. This goes with exchanges. You know, if one goes bankrupt, if one had more, was more exposure to FTX, stuff like that. So you might want to look at holding things in different spots, especially if you're not one that wants to use a cold storage. You get nervous. You want to have your stuff held by other people. If you're going to do that, it's always better to hold on to your own crypto. But if you're going to hold on to have someone else holding on to your crypto, diversify. Keep it in different places. All right, so Webull, we have an account with Webull, but once we started researching that, Webull is actually all their crypto, the way we understand it, is owned by Apex Crypto. They hold the crypto for Webull. Webull themselves do not hold crypto. So just kind of keep that in mind. You know, how you feel about that. We like SoFi. One thing we like about SoFi, does SoFi lend out your crypto to other borrowers? No, SoFi does not lend out members' crypto assets. So this is something that is big right now, and this is also there as far as trading regulations. They do own the bit license, and the place that owns their crypto is actually SoFi Digital Assets. So this is big for us. We do like that aspect of it. Plus, SoFi's been great for us because, you know, you can get their checking account is actually paying 2% interest if you want to look into that. Plus, you get the savings account, which is 3% interest. And we use the SoFi credit card to buy everything that's not a loan-based bill, and that pays us 2% interest, and we're just moving that all over to crypto right now while the markets are down. And then when everything starts going up 100%, that's going to really pay off for us later. All right, another one, Robinhood. Everyone talks bad about Robinhood, but Robinhood does own their own crypto. They have the Robinhood Crypto LLC, so they hold on to their own crypto. So this is another one that might be safe, because keep in mind that big Doge run up, would that have happened without companies like Robinhood that made it easy for just a random person to come into the market? I don't want to put that out there that people are, you know, making people so afraid to even get into it, when I do feel that some of these are safe enough to, you know, DCA into. Robinhood you can transfer out of. Now they do have wallets. So now that's the thing about SoFi. SoFi does not have the wallets. They hold on to it. It's not your crypto. It's not your keys, not your crypto. At least Robinhood does have a chance where you can buy in and take it off because they do have wallets for transferring. Um, and they do store the coins, and they're going to deal. So crypto on Robinhood and SoFi, I believe that they're going to deal with a little more regulation because they're already on the stock market. They're already being looked at. So just kind of keep that in mind. Um, that's what we got for that. All right, let's look at a couple other stories here. All right, so let's have everything just break out with FTX. Let's scare all the new money coming in, and let's get the trained professional traders and investors to buy it all up while we're scared not buying in. Because you have people like Kathy Wood buys the dip in Bitcoin Fund. Now keep in mind they have to buy the funds because there's no regulation yet, so it does keep people like Kathy Wood from using their ARK Invest into buying just straight Bitcoin. Um, but again, that's still the big people are buying in. You had Michael Saylor was going to sell stocks to buy more Bitcoin. We'll see that he always tries to buy it seems like the top in the trend, but I think this time maybe he's kind of waiting a little bit and trying to get closer to a bottom to kind of average down. And then you have El Salvador, get away, advertisement, is planning to buy more Bitcoin every day. They are going to DCA into the Bitcoin market and going to be buying Bitcoin every day. That's kind of what we're doing. Just small portions, but definitely can't buy a Bitcoin a day, but definitely going to DCA in. Still haven't changed that. All right, let's look at a couple cnfts real quick. All right, so first one we're going to talk about is the JPEG junkies. So we got ours a little under 100 ADA, and now the floor is at 337 ADA. And plus, if you get into JPEG junkies, the month of November, they announced that they're going to be airdropping the profits from the secondary market to your wallets, and it's going to be C3 token and I think they might be dropping ADA too. Double check, but we're sorry we haven't talked about this more. I mean, that's why you say follow us on Twitter, because we talk on Twitter all the time, and you might catch some stuff there. We want to do more videos later when we become more established, but as of right now, we're always on Twitter. We did announce we've got a JPEG junkie, and we talked a little bit on Twitter about it, but just kind of keep in mind to kind of try to follow us on all socials so you can kind of keep up on everything we're doing. But yes, this is a good project. We feel pretty bullish about them. The floor has just been steadily going up, especially with all the craziness going on. That's pretty cool. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's going to be at FL_M_investing. So definitely come and check us out. And the next CNFT we want to talk about is the Easter House Eggscape Club. These are a awesome project that they have launched, and they did get a sellout. And if you own the Egg Secret NFT, you were able to mint this at only 15 ADA at the time. And then there was a second round that you were still getting a discount of 10 ADA. So definitely this is a project to look at, but we were lucky enough to get a mansion, and right now the floor on the mansion is 400 ADA. So that is some pretty good upside here on the Eggscape Club. Now these are going to be able to be used on the Pavia, so definitely go and check them out. Check this out. Still not bad to get one at only 65 ADA for one of the little mushroom houses. Those are cute. But definitely go check that out. All right. Thanks for watching. Sorry we were a little rusty today, but we'll get back to it. All right. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. We'll catch you next time.